Okay, so there will always be a lot of talk about the circles in PUBG, and I have about 200 hours of gameplay. I'm by no means any expert pro player or anything like that, or high elo player, whatever you want to call it. But I think I figured something out. I hope no one else posted this, so let's get right into it. I have my trusty MS Paint, and I'm thinking about something like this. We are always complaining about the circles being too fast and we want the circles to be moving slower, but I don't think I saw anyone talking about the circles stopping moving at all. And this is how I'm thinking about this idea. First, we have the first circle. Let's say it's about right this. Okay, this is the first circle. The electric zone, the gas, the whatever comes in, and this is the restricted area. Let's make it restricted and shit. So this, okay, this is not thick at all. Whatever. This is the restricted area now, okay? So you are not allowed outside this circle. Next of all, you are going to have in a few minutes another circle coming in, and let's say the next circle is right something like this. Okay, let's get some white in here. Okay, so you have the next circle, which is something like this, maybe, potentially. Okay, so this is a pretty big circle. Then again, the zone comes in. You are no longer allowed in this area. You are taking damage, everything is fine, you are still looting, maybe getting into some casual encounters with other players, killing, having fun. This is our play area, but right now, let's fast forward because I don't know exactly the stages of the circles, and this is just a representation. You get another circle and another one, and sometime we can think collectively about this, the amount of circles that we want, need, and whatever. But let's say the last circle is something like, let's get a circle tool, is something like this. Maybe even smaller, it's something like this. And it's right over the ruins. So now what you have is your restricted play area, which is no longer in Jurgopol and on these hills and near Rozok and the bridge, and none of those are allowed. So let me zoom in right now. You are only allowed in this little area right here. Hopefully this game captures my pointer. So everything that's with blue is outside of the play zone, and this is the play zone. It looks like a good zone for an encounter or something like that. And now let's pretend with green, or no, better with purple, we have a group of players. Let's pretend we are playing in duo. And we have a group here, we have a group here, we have another one here, maybe some are hiding in the church, maybe some in this really nice camping spot, and all of that. Now, what I thought about is stop shrinking the circle at this point and give each one of the group, we designate an area around them where they are allowed to move. Let's say a circle about 40 meters or something like that. Enough to get some cover behind some buildings and maybe, I don't know, camp for a bit. If you stay in those 40 meters for too long, let's say 40 seconds or something like that. I am aware that this idea might drag on the games, but bear with me. Let's say you stay in this 40 meter area. Let's get some thinner. Okay, so this is like 40 meters, give or take. And these are 40 meters, give or take again. And so on and so forth. These are all your personal zones. These will be some zones that only are put on your squad or on your own character in solo, and you have to go out of this zone. We can settle at 40, 100, 200, whatever. It should be a zone. This zone will force this player right over here, or these players, to change their location. So they're no longer here. We can agree on that, because if they don't move in like 10 to 20 seconds out of this circle, they start taking damage. So they move from here, they are going over here, and they can continue to play. Now, everyone should have a short amount of time to move. We can have a big enough area for engagements and gameplay and gunplay and all of that, while being forced by the game to move without shrinking the zone. I think this is a pretty good idea. So now that you're here, you are forced again to move from this area. We can agree to make it bigger or smaller. It doesn't really matter that much. All it matters is that it forces all of these players to change positions. Like, this guy has to go this way, this guy has to go maybe this way, they're going inside, they're going like this, and they're gonna be forced to move around. Of course, if there are too many or too few people, not that many people, like 2 guys left in this whole area, it will be too big. And I propose shrinking the circle based on the number of players left, so it's like a 2v2. The circle should be something like, let me grab the circle tool and some color. It should be like this, so this should be the new circle. And again, this whole area right here is restricted. You only have this tiny area right here to play. We have the 2 players, maybe one is here, one is here. And the yellow circle, the personal circle, we'll have to make them change their position inside this area. They will eventually find each other, have enough cover, have enough time for a calculated engagement, and overall I'm thinking this would make for better gunplay and gameplay and a better player experience. So please give me your feedback, tell me why you think this idea sucks, tell me how you could make this idea better, tell me why this idea is so amazing that you want it in the game right now. And maybe together we can figure something out and help the guys at Bluehole make the whole circle gameplay dynamic idea more fun. Yeah, thank you for watching, and I'm really looking forward to reading your replies.